coach, and Jolene will be the first to deflect that praise, but it is a big moment for Duke this afternoon. Here the Virginia Tech Hokies off a straight set loss to UNC on Friday. Carrie Keefe's first swing is absorbed by Hannah Borer, the setter. Dig by the Duke libero, Madison Bryant, who had 20 digs on Friday in the four-set win over Wake Forest. Pierce shoots that long in a hitting error for Virginia Tech.
Yeah, and no surprise there that you saw the Hokies going to Pierce right out of the gate, trying to get her involved offensively from that right side.
Haley Pierce returned in October, the start of October, missed all of September. He was putting up just under 3 kills a set. Good touch shot, and that coverage was not made by Duke. So a tip point for Leandra Manuel-Duran, the Missouri transfer, grad transfer.
Yeah, really smart play. I mean, Duke's defense sitting back. She hit it really well. Nice tip right over the block.
Leandra is at about 2.5 kills per set. This is a Hokie lineup that's had 5 different players lead them in kills in the last month. It's been a combination of hitters for Marcy Byers, and she wants to find that consistency as we enter the final month. That's not an issue for Duke. Carrie Keefe at her first kill down line.
Yeah, coming right out of the gate, and again, no surprise on the Duke side. You're going to Carrie Keefe. You want to get her involved early, get her arm going, and establish that presence on the right side for Carrie.
What a month for Keefe. 3 double-doubles in the last month.
She's been really impressive.
That complimenting arm to Johnson, who just stripped it up from the back row. And that goes into the net. A dangerous middle, and Kara Lewis. She can jump higher than anybody in this gym, but that time gets into the net.
Yeah, she can fly. And look how she's up. So, watch her this game. She's up so quick with her setter, and she hits it right out of the hands. Sometimes how high she can jump kind of puts a little bit of inconsistency with the setter when she's trying to set her quick.
That is the key for Tech, feed the middles early. Marcy Byers noted that. We have to get our middles involved. And she also noted with the blocking presence of Fleming and especially Robinson, Tech has to be smart with their shot selection.
Yeah, absolutely.
Here's an overpass. Well, that's just too easy. A birthday weekend of wonders for Rachel Richardson there with a dump down.
Great heads-up play and awareness by Rachel Richardson being ready on the net, swiping that ball straight down the court.
This is a 4-0 run for Duke. Nice back set to Keefe, and a perfect drop down. 2 early kills for Carrie Keefe, who's now hitting .320 in ACC play.
And again, she's really smart. She knows the Virginia Tech defense is used to her hitting the ball really hard, so she just hides a nice tip right over the block. I mean, you can see there, all the Tech defense is way back, ready to dig that hard swing and tips it right over the block.
This will force a free ball over from the Hokies. Worthington operates, overshoots, but that stays in play. And no net touch at the net, so a hitting error from Virginia Tech. Let's see if Marcy Byers issues her challenge card.
Looks like the Virginia Tech team is wanting a touch call.
Let's watch the middle here for Duke. That's tough to tell if there's any movement on those fingers from Fleming.
Yeah, you can see why Carrie Lewis might have thought she grazed the top of the fingers, but nothing obvious there in that particular replay that we saw.
That's the first of 2 challenges for Marcy Byers. Especially with this 7-1 start. This is an important challenge now for Virginia Tech.
Right, absolutely. And it also gives you a chance to slow down Duke's momentum, have a little bit of a timeout as well, as not, so you're not burning a timeout. You can see here in the replay if there's any touch.
Now, did that index finger for Fleming move, or am I just seeing things now on the screen? It's like the more I watch these, the less I ever know.
I know. You can kind of convince yourself of something.
Okay, because this net cam provides an interesting perspective with that finger.
It does, and it's interesting because the timing of the ball going across the fingers almost looks like it should hit her fingers, but you don't necessarily see a movement of the finger.
And as a player, Christina, did you hear those things? Could you notice it based on the sound, or is it a true visual when you're on the court?
Well, you know, sometimes you hear the sound, or you kind of based on your trajectory and what you think is pretty close, or you also look for the ball spin. That always was a kind of a true giveaway is, okay, the ball was spinning one way and it definitely changed direction, so it had to have hit something. I didn't see a ball spin change in that replay.
And I realize your career was spent in the back row and not in the front row attacking balls, but you would notice those things too when you're in the back row as well.
Right. Well, and as a setter, and as a back row player, you're in covering for your hitters, and so your eyes should be up at the block because your next move is to think, how's this ball going to come off the block to me? So you are watching as a setter or another non-hitting player how that ball is going to be hitting the block.
So here's the final verdict. And there is a net touch. So it looks like this finger here is the big difference.
Yeah.
Wow, right off that index finger.
Right. Great call by the Virginia Tech staff to have that replay and also give themselves a little bit of a timeout there to regroup and slow down the momentum of the Duke offense.
Well, as Rihanna would say, if you like, you should have put a ring on it, because that finger was the big difference for Virginia Tech. Carrie Keefe, a busy first set, and that is absorbed by Sierra Cates in the back row. That one lands in. Nice back row kill for Duran, who plays all 6 rotations. This has been a challenge for Virginia Tech, getting consistent pin play in the back row.
Yeah, and really nice, smart shot, out of system, dropped it right to that back line.
You noted that timeout. We see Tech with a lot more rhythm, and there's front row play from Jasmine Robinson, the middle out of Chesapeake.
Yeah, great heads-up play again, staying really aggressive on that overpass.
This is important here for Robinson coming in. Only had 5 attacks all of last week, but gets the spot action, net presence. Richardson rises up. There's Duran over the double. So Rachel blasts one. Oh, good presence to save it by Pierce. Worthington backside. And Keefe is dug out. Cates has been everywhere. Leading to a shot long and a miss there from Dupre.
Great hustle plays by both sides, and just a little bit of a under the ball for Dupre. She's almost jumped too early, and she was hitting the ball on her way down, so getting the bottom of the ball just hit a little too far.
Here is a surging serve specialist, Christina Barrow for Duke. Has checked it in certain rotations, 16 aces for the Blue Devils. That one causes trouble off the net, and Boer just tips it over. Worthington feeds the middle. Oh, nice save by Rodriguez. Little helter-skelter on this point, and Johnson flips it up. A little early to serve pancakes, but I like it, because that one's tipped, and a kill on the far side for Dupre. How does this level of scrappy volleyball help Virginia Tech today?
I mean, it just gives you confidence, and also you can see here, nice scrappy play there by Duke, getting that ball back over the net, but Virginia Tech taking full advantage of that free ball off the high hands of the block.
This is what Marcy Byers noted. Tech has to be smart where the shot selection's coming from, with the middle presence of Duke. And we're seeing a little bit of that here as an ace continues this run.
Yeah, absolutely. If the swing is not there to hammer it, then you need to be smart with your shot. And smart doesn't mean be easy. You want to put the ball in a place that's going to make the Duke side scramble, and then hopefully give you a free ball back over.
Marcy and her husband, JD, who's an assistant on the men's basketball team at Tech. What a busy week here in crossover season. Talked about raising kids this week in the middle of it all. Middle of volleyball, start of basketball, and a kill here for Carrie Keefe.
Yeah. Good hammer swing there by Carrie Keefe, right off the hands of the Virginia Tech block.
Duke has come on strong, however. 4 straight wins, putting themselves right back in the tournament conversation. That goes into the net for the outside. Virginia Tech had its best start ever in the non-conference, 10-0. It has been a tough sledding, but both coaches have noted you couldn't tell their records by how they're playing this late in the year.
Yeah, absolutely. There's still fight. They still want to finish the month strong.
There's a good joust play. Now Dupre off the double. Oh, smart play by Robinson. That's punched over. Here's Dupre again. That time long, and 5 hitting errors early from Virginia Tech.
Yeah, and a lot of these hitting errors for Virginia Tech they're out-of-system plays where they're not, Dupre's maybe a little bit early on those high balls, or not really in rhythm yet offensively.
You see Hannah Boer there, the setter, consistently off her 10-foot line. It's been difficult on serve receive. Nice save there by Pierce. And Dupre hits back corner. Nice shot for the kill.
Yeah, and she's going to need that. It's a really smart shot. And she also needs that for her confidence right now, too, because she's such a great player. And sometimes when you're the one that you're relied on and these out-of-system shots, it can become very heavy at times. And so getting that kill and on a smart shot is big for her.
This is testing a Duke block that's now third in the ACC in blocks per set, just over 2. Got a nice net presence for Jolene Nagel. That'll help with Robinson in the middle. And first kill for Jess Robinson.
Yeah, Emma and Jess have really started to connect here toward the last half of this season. Jess Robinson.
Did you see Richardson's reaction after that? That was amazing. She did the oh my goodness emoji. Text that one to your friends tonight. Another hitting error here for the Hokies. And Marcy Byers will look to use another challenge. Okay, no, there was a net touch from the R2. So a point Virginia Tech.
And this is a rotation that Virginia Tech needs to capitalize on when you have a shorter blocker and Emma Worthington on the right side. Tech needs to attack that vulnerability when everyone else on the Duke side of the net is such a big blocking presence. And Emma's a really good blocker, but she's the shorter one, so Tech needs to take full advantage of that Washington front row.
Here's Ileana Rodriguez to serve. Robinson touches the floor with ease.
Oh, man, the connection between Jess and Emma right now is huge. Look at this. She is up in the air and just turns and cranks on that ball.
A super slow-mo ball to the floor is one of my favorite shots in volleyball. Sign me up for whoever team can do that tonight. Tech has called back with a 6-1 Duke early. Pierce now from the back. Lizzie Fleming is checked in the middle for Duke. And that ball stays in. Nice kill for Ava Francis, the Arizona transfer.
Yeah, you can see here a little bit, again, out of system. Does a great job of taking a smart swing on that ball. Deep corner is always a great place to go.
There's an overpass. And that time cleaned up by Kara Lewis. And here's the Virginia Tech serving starting to play a factor.
And that's going to be key because, like Coach Beyer said, we cannot not put pressure on Duke's service because then they're going to have all options. We've got to isolate 1 or 2 hitters with tough serving. Gracie
Johnson, one of the best in the ACC to do it. She is now 7th all-time at Duke in kills. Give her another 14-24 for those counted points. It's an exclusive count. Carrie DeMange, one of your teammates, 1976, the all-time kills leader at Duke.
I mean, she was known as the legend for a reason. She was incredible.
That time we have an illegal attack from Virginia Tech, so point Duke. Yeah, Johnson's numbers are subtle, but these last 2 months with double-doubles aplenty, riding another double-double on Friday, having a great 5th-year season. Francis goes deep. Here's Keefe. Through the double and a big kill for the Blue Devils.
Wow. That was a great, sharp cross swing on a set ball there that was not a little tight, and she does such a great job getting her hands to that. So we'll be right back here. Duke 15, Virginia Tech 10. See you back at Cameron.
Hitting 571 in this first set.
Yeah, I mean, a big reason why Duke is hitting as a team over 400. She's been dynamite on that right side pin.
The balance of Keefe and Gracie Johnson has really elevated Duke right back in the playoff picture. We're 3-6. Entering the end of October. We needed a run to get back in that conversation. Now it's 7-6. The door is open the next month for Duke, and an ace will help. A little kiss off the tape for Worthington. Emma enjoying the luxury of that ace. Alongside Christina Langley, I'm Evan Budrovich. Good slide there from Kara and scooped up in the back from Madison Bryant. And Johnson, elusive tooling the block there for the point.
Yeah, really, again, smart play. We're going to say it all night by Gracie Johnson. She just sees the court so well, sees that the Tech defense is way in the back.
And she hit that off the outside hand of the block.
As they're on their way down, just a nice roll shot off the hands.
Climbing up the Duke career kill list, Gracie Johnson. That time, no touch of the net and a miss for Ava Francis.
And Duke's done a really good job in this set. You know, Tech had some momentum swings there at some times, and Duke just really put the brakes on, resettled themselves, and took back control of this set.
The Duke team had struggled in set 1 against Wake, but has come on strong since. That has actually kept up. Good kick work by Borer. But Fleming quiets it with a kill. So despite the dig, point Duke.
Yeah, and against Lizzie Fleming, I mean, you have to pick a seam to take away for her because she's so good at hitting either cross on either side. So you got to take away one or the other on her.
So here's the timeout from Tech. But you got to love this effort here from the Hokies.
Yeah, I mean, nice, great up, pancake and a kick. You know, in volleyball, you can do it all.
And then feed the 2, feed the 1 right in the middle. Good work there by Lizzie Fleming. Because a lot of times middles will get caught in that action and not retreat to make their run. That was smart play from Lizzie.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Lizzie is just that workhorse of a player too. And as a middle, that's what you always have to be, is up in the air, ready for the ball, even if you're not going to get set.
That's why this team that was 3-6 did not think their season was over just yet.
Right, and you always want to finish through the finish line, right? And they are putting the gas pedal down through this last part of the season. You know, you always remember November, and you're building for a good case for the NCAA tournament. And so they definitely want to make wins, but also make wins that show a statement that we are a really good team. We're taking care of business in this last part of the season.
Duke has a chance to surpass its win total from last year, too, with a win today, as that goes out, ending the 7-0 run. I know players don't look at records necessarily, but with a huge matchup against Louisville coming up in the next week, this 5-game stretch gets you ready for a top 5 opponent. Absolutely,
and you want to take care of business in these games, but you're also working on things every week that are going to come into play when you're playing those games. That's going to be a huge match in order to set, again, that statement and case to get into the tournament.
Keith goes down line, and Rodriguez is there. The Blue Devils yet to commit an error this set. That'll continue with Fleming down the pipe.
Wow. And what a great job by Emma Worthington doing something better with the ball. The pass was a little tight, but she takes care, betters the ball, and Lizzie Fleming, again, being up and ready. There was no block right in front of her. She took full advantage of that seam. 5 combined kills from the Duke middles. Now Borer has to quick set it out. Johnson, she's a riser, and Gracie with her second kill. Yeah, Rachel Richardson just hammering that ball, block not fully pressed over, taking advantage of the block on the way down, slipping it right between the hands of the net.
And I think I have Gracie Johnson vision. That was Rachel Richardson. I'm so used to saying Gracie's name over the years. There's an ace for Gracie. That time it clearly is the senior, extending this lead to 11. And that was, and I jokingly say this, but Duke's offense was so Johnson dependent early in the year that balance with Keefe in the middles has opened her up.
100%. She really carried the load for this Duke offense in the first half of the year. And now you're seeing other players get involved offensively and being consistent threats has helped just balance out their game and take some pressure off of Gracie.
Richardson commits the first hitting error for Duke in this set. Hit right now leads the country, 320 hit percentage. Well, Duke's hitting 423 in this first set alone.
And if you look at, too, the spread of attempts across their players, I mean, you've got everyone getting involved from Carrie Keefe to Jess Robinson, Lizzie Fleming, and so, again, just that well-balanced offense. You can go anywhere on the long end.
That one goes out, and it started because of the effort of Madison Bryant to save the kill. Bryant is now over 1,000 career digs. Another nice effort there.
Yeah, she's been such a steady player for this Duke behind the 10-foot line, the defense back there. I mean, she's just a nice to be leader for them.
Now averaging just under 4 digs a set. So Barrow checks in. Borer off 1 foot. And it's roofed. Set point Duke.
That is a big block and not much space to go around. Jess Robinson just doing a great job closing the block with Rachel Richardson with a nice setup. Great teamwork there.
Duke pulling away here. Set point ends in an ace. 4th ace for the Blue Devils and nearly a perfect set. Dominating Virginia Tech 25-12.
It's in such a beautiful setting. The school's incredible. I mean, what a great place to play at.
Two of the most distinct bricks in the country, Virginia Tech and Duke.
That's right.
This ball goes off Lewis in the middle. Now she gets a free swing, and that's where she's dangerous. First kill for Kara Lewis.
Yeah, and it all starts with that first ball contact to get a nice pass up to the setter so she can run her offense. Kara Lewis always does a great job of being up and available for the setter. And so right there, the fruit of those, the results of that.
The fruit of the loom is certainly playing large.
Thank you, Evan.
It's a super Sunday. How about Gracie Johnson continuing? 3 kills for Johnson so far. One of the best in the ACC, all-conference last year. Most likely back in that conversation for first-team all-conference now with Duke's record, as there's an ace to continue the run for Duke.
Great service pressure by the Duke Blue Devils. Not letting Virginia Tech run really anything in their offense right now. First ball contact's going to be huge for Virginia Tech to clean up in this second set.
5 aces for Duke. That's been the story as Pierce is dug out. Ooh, good play by Fleming to keep it up. Lewis a little off balance and shovels it out. That was the story for Tech in set 1. 9 hitting errors. We're starting to see signs of that here in set 2 as well.
Yeah, and it's tough when you're out of system a lot and everyone knows where the ball is going and they're a little bit out of your normal footwork rhythm. The set's a bit higher, slower, and so it's hard to get that rhythm going for your offense.
That was the struggle on Friday. The team hit just 170 against Carolina. Oh, nice save by Johnson. Rocking the pink kicks today and nearly gets another kill. Deep shot to Richardson. Oh, Keefe into the double, and there's Lewis with high hands.
Yeah, some great blocking. You see they've moved Haley Pierce to the outside, and then Kara Lewis doing a great job of closing that block, not letting any space for Carrie Keefe to go.
That is a solo stuff block of legends. You love that stuff in the middle. Jess Robinson for Duke, 3rd in this conference in blocking. Middles will be important today as this match continues. Fleming tests the middle and beats her.
Again, she's so good. When the middle goes straight up on her, she can turn it left or right. You've got to commit on one way to Lizzie to try to slow her down and not give her either option.
Jolene Nagel noted unheralded stars, and she said Lizzie Fleming right off the top. Couldn't even let us finish the sentence. Her ability at the net defensively, and then offense productive. Here's Keefe's turn. Oh, nice dump, and keeps it on the line. So Keefe has a team-high 5 kills.
Yeah, really good job by Carrie Keefe, recognizing that she's been hitting hard shots. So defense is ready for those hard swings, and then just tips it right over the block.
Something to watch. Keefe on that tip shot stuck out her tongue, kind of like a puppy with running around, a little dump and a trick.
Yeah,
Came from
little giveaway there.
This time it's Johnson way back, and she had to be careful of that 10-foot line.
Yep, you got to take off from behind the 10-foot line. You can land in front of it. That's okay. Not like pickleball. You know, you can't land in the kitchen if you're a pickleball player.
Are you a pickleball player?
I dabble.
Oh, I love pickleball.
You know, I'm an old grandma.
That's not just an old. I know the Golden Bachelor played pickleball. Gary was out there with his.
It's a sport for all. It's a sport for all.
The final rose comes up this week, so we'll see who he chooses for a wife. Back in Durham, Worthington with the back set, and a nice tool to block for Keefe. We talked about the balance of Duke. So Keefe has 6, Johnson 3, and Fleming 3. When all 3 of your front line are involved, that's a dangerous team to stop.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, take your pick on who you want to set, and that just it just does not allow Virginia Tech to make any kind of commitments to one or the other because they have to stay honest and then read after the set's set.
Duke on Friday had 3 in double figures, had 4 with 8 kills, and there's a nice kill for Pierce down line.
Yeah, and Pierce, they're really moving her around that net, getting her on the outside and the right side. Really nice line shot here by Pierce. Just sees the opening, slams it home.
That leaves Barrow in a tough position down line.
Yeah.
I love the color rush today. Maroon versus blue. Great Sunday for volleyball in the final 3 weeks of the regular season. Worthington with a dump. Oh, Rodriguez read it. To Richardson and a back row kill for Rachel.
Yeah, and the tempo of Duke's offense right now is just in rhythm. I mean, even on off-speed passes, they're Emma Worthington did a great job of getting that ball set in tempo for her outside attackers.
Yeah, the Cornell transfer is having a great fifth-year season here at Duke. 10 assists per set. Right up with McKenna Slide for the best in the league. That time on the block, she gets beat. And a kill for Leandra Mangual-Duran. Leandra out of Rio Grande, Puerto Rico. Biomedical engineering at Vodtech and a 3.5 GPA. That just sounds like a tough assignment.
Wow, I mean, that is incredible to balance both and do so well. It's really impressive.
Richardson hits the antenna that time with a shot, so it goes out. Point Vodtech.
That time a little bit tight on the set, kind of led toward the end, trailed toward the net, and just didn't give Richardson much room to swing through that gap between the antenna and the blocker's hands.
Back to her. Now Bohr in system, nice back set. Well, the slide sneaks through. Big kill in the middle for Jasmine Robinson.
Yeah, and she's really powerful with that behind the setter slide. You can see here, nice in kind of not only to the pin, kind of halfway, and hits right between the blocker's hands there.
I did not expect both teams to have medals named Robinson.
I know.
The Jess and Jasmine matchup is something to watch. Oh, there's a block for Robinson. She said, put some respect on my name in the middle.
Yeah, great read, staying with Carrie Keefe, knowing that Carrie Keefe's a threat back there, as well as Gracie Johnson. So Jasmine Robinson has a lot to decide where she's going to block, and really great job with her vision and her read.
Only the second block of the match for Vodtech, and the service error ends the 4-0 run. We expected a response from Virginia Tech today, and what has changed for the Hokies in the second set?
Well, I think they're connecting more with their middles. Again, that first ball contact, they've got to give their setter at least a couple options to swing like there. Great ball to the setter.
That was just out from Ava Francis. Because Duke in that first set did not make a mistake. One hitting error the entire set.
Yeah.
Now a bit back to earth in hitting below 100 in the second set.
And you're seeing Tech's block it more involved as well. If not, a clean block, at least they're slowing the ball down.
Wow, Robinson extends over the net. That's an impressive one.
Yeah. Just Robinson on the Duke side.
I can do better.
Yeah, a little Robinson battle here, but gosh, her extension and her leaping ability is so impressive.
Big Ten transfer coming in, making an impact, including that touch, leading to a point. And Johnson may have got her hands on that, but the combo of Robinson and Johnson, impressive. Leading to a timeout for Vodtech. We will take the timeout. Duke getting back in rhythm here. 3-0 run heading into the break. We'll continue this second set next. Midway through set two, Duke continues to score in bunches in this match. Had a 13-2 run in the first, and now a 4-0 run to respond to Vodtech early.
Yeah, and now it's going to be cleaning up some of the unforced errors that Duke's making to keep those bunches and expand them a little bit more to take care of this second set. But Virginia Tech, credit to them, they're doing a good job. Their block is slowing down the Duke offense. They're serving a little bit tougher against the Duke serve-receive, causing Duke to have a little bit more of a predictable offense right now, which is probably why they're having so many errors.
Hannah Bohr operates this Tech offense, and Francis blasts one to the back row. That's a big arm, 3 kills per set that we haven't seen a ton from Vodtech today.
Yeah, and the tempo of that set much faster, and so the Duke block wasn't camping out on her, and so having those in-tempo sets on the Virginia Tech side is going to be key against this Duke block.
Duke has played in system all night, conversely, and Johnson continues that with a touch of the net. So Gracie has 4 kills. It's one of those kind of seasons for Johnson with double-figure double-doubles, where you quietly go, oh, that's right, she has 10 kills and 10 digs, even in a 3-set match where she had 20 in the 4-setter on Friday.
Well, what's really impressive, too, is it's not just a great, smart decision there by the Virginia Tech setter.
Bohr with the pineapple, which is one of my favorite terms in volleyball.
Yes, really good vision. She notices that no one jumps with her, because she should be considered a front row attacker, and Gracie Johnson is her assignment. Doesn't jump in, nice shot.
And then the ace for 4 on the back end.
Yeah.
That's a sequence there for Virginia Tech.
Yeah.
This match is a little bonkers. There have been massive runs. Tech had the 10-point run in the first. Duke with the 6-0 start. Now it's the Hokies right back. And that does touch the court. So Johnson with a 3rd kill of the set.
Yeah, great, smart shot by Gracie Johnson. Again, you can see her just nice tip with the left hand right over the block. A little switch up there.
Tough position, and Pierce hits it out of play.
And Virginia Tech trying to run a little faster tempo offense. Seemed almost like it was a little too fast for Haley Pierce to get that connection on the outside pin.
Now from the 10-foot line. Worthington with options. Fleming's a good one, and that one's hit out. So Lizzie continues this middle presence. That's 6 kills for the Duke middles.
And those are clean kills. I mean, and Kara Lewis is jumping up on her, and Lizzie's just hitting right around her hands. It's really impressive.
Duke entered this match hitting .250, but they've had a prolific showing. .340 today. With Francis rolling it deep. Rodriguez will bump it up. Duke elects to play that ball that might have been out. Instead, a kill for Johnson, feeding her 6th.
Wow, what a smart, again, such a smart shot, knowing that really no one's defending that deep area 4, which is the left front area of the court. Just roll shots it right between the left front and left back.
Nikki Underwood kept that point alive for Duke, and then Johnson finished it out. There's a dig for the libero. That does go out just past the line, so a kill for Fleming in the middle.
Yeah, but much better job there by the Virginia Tech blocking team. You know, you saw Ava Francis kind of dive in to help block with Kara Lewis. Just didn't turn their hands quite as far enough into the court as they needed to block against Lizzie Fleming.
Sydney Peterson is a key middle in blocking. We haven't seen her today, but a big presence for Tech if she can check in. This is played back in by Underwood. What a save by Rodriguez. And now some back row action, but Duran hits it short. And here's Duke pulling away up 7.
Yeah, and you know Leandra Miguel Duran wants that one back, but great job on the Duke side.
Timeout, Marcy Byard.
Really well, and really smart shots. She's going smart tips right over the block, and the defense is pulled back. She's taking big swings cross. There's really been no answer for Carrie Keefe on that right side pin.
Keefe is looking for a 5th straight match with 10 or more kills, and there's no coincidence that as she's playing better, Duke has now reeled off 4 straight wins.
Yeah, and you know, Carrie Keefe, it was kind of a battle of who's leading the team in kills between Gracie and Keefe all season. Right now, Keefe's in the lead with 299 kills total, but Gracie Johnson right behind her in terms of on the team total kills, and just it's how much fun it is for Emma Worthington to have all these options for her offense. I mean, she can go really to anyone, front row or back row, and spread out her offense and have a lot of fun with it. So,
and that's why Emma has over 800 assists this year, 9%.
Yeah.
That was a big question for Duke coming in, graduating a top setter and filling that void, going to the portal, and it's worked pretty well.
She's done a great job too, because as a setter, the setter middle connection takes some time to develop, and she's developed it really quickly, coming in early with the middles this summer, having that time together, and then she's just kind of being consistently better all season, and she's 3rd in the ACC, like you said, and averaging over 9 assists per set.
There's a back row attack for Duran. Shelly Nagel puts it perfectly. The mind of a coach with Worthington out there. She feeds another assist, finding Johnson. So that's 18 dimes for Worthington early.
Yeah, she's really smart, too. I love how she'll go back to a hitter after they make a mistake. She's aggressive offensively. She'll throw in some dumps, keep the defense and the blockers honest.
Here's Worthington again in action. Or the setter here for Tech. A long one to Pierce. And gets credit for it. Ava Francis with the kill.
Yeah, and that's a great spot. Especially Duke's defense tends to do a bit more of a rotation defense. And so kind of hitting that seam between area 1 and 2, so kind of that middle back between the right back line and the middle back is a smart shot by Ava Francis.
That is all power from Keefe. She now has a match-high 7 for Duke, tying with Gracie Johnson. And there really just has not been an answer for Tech at the net to slow those two down.
Yeah, and you've got to neutralize at least one of those threats if you're going to have a chance to capitalize on points on your side.
I'll be curious for all ACC setters. Obviously, McKenna Slavic with Clemson is amazing, but could Worthington work herself into a second or third team?
Yeah, I mean, she's been so good for the Duke Blue Devils.
Oh, look at Rodriguez there keeping it alive. That is perfect height on the set and showing you why the Worthington may be up for small conference considerations.
Yeah, and Rachel Richardson, hammering it through the block and has not nice swing, sees the gap between the block, slams it home right between Kara, right there in the middle, leaving that gap.
Savannah Vaught with Miami is also amazing. She's at just over 10 assists per set. Coaches, there's different voting things in certain areas you like, but in terms of Duke's offense in the last month, there's no one better in the ACC.
No, and I think, too, credit to Emma, she's been really mixing up the offense on the Duke side. Earlier in the year, it was just all Gracie Johnson with a few spurts from other folks, and she's been getting everyone involved here in the last half of the season.
Carrie Keefe says, thank you very much. I'll take my 8th kill.
I mean, great first ball contact there, and then sharp cross. It's so hard for the block to know where to block her. You can't give her line, you can't give her cross, or she'll just go sharper cross. I mean, she's got every shot in the book.
If you're a parent, have a left-handed daughter who can hit from the right side. That is a dangerous weapon. As that return goes out, Duke is 2 points from the set. Whereas in baseball, you want the left-handed hitter and the right-handed thrower. In volleyball, you want a lefty. Let her swing from the right and play in the back row as well.
Lefties are gems, especially if they can hit big like Carrie Keefe. But yeah, lefties are the gem.
Hannah Borer has to bump this set up. Tech's hitting woes have continued. 0-32 in the set. Barrow looked to find the corner. And the block of Robinson. Set point.
And Jess Robinson is so good at timing her block and hanging to close. Look at this reach over. I mean, I think the top of her forehead is even over the block. So you kind of got like a third hand in there a little bit. But she's just so good. And the timing of her block is really incredible. She knows how to wait and when to jump on different tempo sets.
Duke now swings for the set. Johnson skies in and touches hands. One of the best in the ACC. Gracie Johnson with 8 kills. Keefe joins her. And Duke's now dominated these first 2 sets. Feels like we're in a chapel on Sunday. All quiet before the first serve of the set. And on the slide, an early miss for Kara Lewis. We told you coming in, Lewis has been efficient, just over 2.5 kills a set. But Vautech's offense, and credit to Duke, is hitting a 0 hit percentage in the match.
Yeah, and I think a lot of that contributes to number one, Duke's block is really slowing them down and shutting their offense down, and their serve, too. Duke's serve has been really tough, and Virginia Tech.
Oh, my gosh, Keefe, blast off down line. Maybe her best of the 9 today from Carrie.
We heard that all the way up here. That was a powerful swing. That is a ball I would not want to get in front of.
Goes into the net, ending a hot start for Duke in this set. How important are these first 10 points of Virginia Tech, given how this match is played?
Yeah, I mean, you're already in a bit of a hole being down 2-0, so definitely want to start off strong to work your way back.
Fleming with a tip, and that falls in. We've noted Duke's creativity, but the tip shot has been an actual weapon for Duke today.
Yeah, and they're doing the tips and the roll shots at the right time, right? They're on balls where you think they could have a big swing on this, right? And so it's not when it's off speed, mishandled connection. It's times when they could have a swing or a shot.
The downline dig for Worthington. So Bryant comes over to set it. Rodriguez with the save. Vautech scrappy in this rotation. That one shot out by Richardson.
You can tell Richardson trying to do that sharp cross right between the left front and the left back. Nice tip and great up by Rodriguez, just hustling, getting that ball. Really nice hustle play by the Virginia Tech defense.
And Ileana has volleyball up and down her veins. Her sister Ariana plays at Miami. Her mom was a college standout at Columbia. And that time, Keefe gets the luck of the tape. And she's now in double figures with 10 kills.
And you could tell there in Haley Pierce's response, she thought she was in position and she wasn't, just leaned a little bit too far to the left, and Keefe just roll shots that right over her right shoulder.
And when you're swinging like Carrie Keefe has the last month, the 4 double-doubles, sometimes the ball just finds the court.
Yeah, sometimes it's like you got the hot hand, you can do no wrong.
There's the block and a facial for Robinson. Wow, from one to the other there. Big play for Jess at the net. Let's hope that Jasmine Robinson's all right.
Yeah, it looked like it kind of caught her nose on the way down. That never feels good. But great block here by Jess Robinson, just reaching over, and Duke does a great job of turning their hands back into the court.
Here comes the athletic trainer, Kelsey DeChambeau, checking on Jess. Sorry, not Jasmine. Jasmine's okay.
Sometimes it just more kind of surprises you when the ball popped off her hands really fast, and that nose is a sensitive area.
That volleyball's firm, too. Don't be fooled if you're watching at home. It can hurt if it hits you. Good kill on the backside for Leandra Manuel-Duran.
And she has been, you can just tell in her eyes, every swing she is locked in, swinging big. She's not, the team's not giving up, and especially her. She's definitely staying locked in on those swings.
Leandra has been efficient. 7 ACC matches with 10 kills. They'll need more of that today for Vatek. Robinson in system terminates with ease. And a little Dougie from Richardson.
I mean, what's even more impressive about this is Emma is off the net. Jess Robinson is still up in the air and takes a full swing. That is when that center-middle connection is at its finest.
Duke is so efficient today, hitting 400 as a team. Richardson saves it out of play. Despite the effort, nice kill for Vatek. Oh, Rachel is feeling herself right now.
And she was a little bit surprised that she turned out that ball up so quickly.
Now, these teams are 4 months into a season, 25, 26 matches in, and to see that type of effort, that's impressive.
Yeah, your body's not what it was when it started, and so you're a little slow, a little faster.
Now Francis from the 10-foot line. Virginia Tech down just 2 in this third set. Nice save from Keefe as that goes over. Francis just out and overruled by the head ref. So in for Vatek.
Yeah, really smart swing there by Ava Francis. And that ball just drops right inside that back line. Again, that deep corner is a really smart spot to go if you're out of system.
That is ruled out. Richardson a bit confused after that shot. So we're back even at 6 here in the third set.
Again, it's these small errors that Duke has full control over, that they just need to clean up in order to take control back of the set.
Another swing for Rachel. Oh, now Keefe's got to free it over. Vatek insistent. Borer on the back set. Worthington to Keefe. Oh, into the chest of Manuel-Duran. Kill Carrie Keefe.
Yeah, and really smart decision there on the Duke side. Things were a little bit frantic, a little bit crazy in the front row there. And they shoot it out to Carrie Keefe to take the nice high swing on it.
That's an aggressive swing from the sophomore out of the back row. Now Robinson into Keefe, who gets a turn at it. Oh, wow, confusion here for Vatek. Francis. Jess Robinson down line, and that is lovely.
And, I mean, Carrie Keefe offensively has been doing it all night. Here you see a big dig by her, and then Jess Robinson just cranking down the line.
My shoulder hurts watching that angle.
That was really pretty.
It's like a pitching machine. That thing just keeps rotating. Good hands by Jess, and that's tipped out. A kill here for Ava Francis. That was an area Vitek and Marcy Byers noted. Have to be smart of how we hit into the ball. Not just directly, but find the angles to score points.
Yep, absolutely, because you can use the block to your advantage, right? Hitting off of hands, hitting at an angle where it'll go out of bounds, or sometimes hitting into it soft enough where you get a covered play on it and run your offense again.
Worthington with the dump. Now that is lovely. The old over-the-shoulder flick of the wrist for the kill.
Yes, again, she's so smart at when she does these dumps and knowing that everyone's kind of sucked in right back over her head to that area 4 when no one's jumping with her. Really smart play.
Overpass. And that goes down. A kill for Gracie Johnson. 9 tonight.
And Duke's starting to get their momentum back, getting back their rhythm. They had a few spurts of errors and unforced errors in the beginning, but they're trying to clean their side of the net up a little bit.
Bryant ends the service run at the net. And here's Virginia Tech, who had lost 12 and 13. Only scored 13 points in those first 2 sets. In a unique position about a third of the way through.
Yeah, absolutely. This game is still fully in their reach, and they just got to make sure to take it.
As Johnson twirls it off the hands for the point. All-time in career kills for Gracie. She is nearing 1,500. Possible to come up next week against Louisville. We'll see. What a nice save. And Worthington kept it alive. And that back row swing out from Nikki Underwood. She wanted a touch and won't get it.
And great turn on the ball by Ava Francis to set up that play that Duke made an error on, and Ava just cranked it on the outside pin.
Good deep serve against Gracie. That block is out off of Kara Lewis, so Gracie Johnson continues a crazy stretch. You almost take for granted how easily she can get to 10 kills in a match. She has 11 today.
Yeah.
Double figures now in 5 straight.
And Tech having their lead blocker in the front row right now is big to slow down this Duke offense. And Kara Lewis, she's first in the team up to this match, 70 blocks. And so they really need her to slow down and neutralize this Duke offense, even if it's just one person, so that they can focus in on 1 or 2 key hitters.
Hannah Borer had a question for our lead ref. And now she explains to Marcy. Might be needing a substitution here. We'll see. Maybe not the case. So now Marcy walks over to the R2. By the way, did you see the Santa little
Everyone's ready for Christmas.
Or Santa stockings ready to go?
I mean, are you a decorator before or after Thanksgiving?
Well, my fiance had to set up a Christmas tree before Halloween, so I'm not one to talk when it comes to Christmas stockings early. Some call it crazy, others call it the holidays. And we'll fall in the middle somewhere.
Whatever brings you joy, right?
And Gracie Johnson continues this incredible stretch for Duke. We've noted the 11 kills tonight. Well, this week alone, Gracie was outstanding against NC State and Wake Forest, but this run of play for Gracie, not only the kills, but the high hit percentages.
I mean, she's doing that against solid volleyball teams, and she keeps getting better and better every week.
There's a reason Johnson's a 3-time all-conference standout. Might be 4 in a few weeks here. There's a roll shot to Gracie. Her running mate, Keith, touches hands and gets the kill for the Blue Devils.
You know, that's a good job slowing down the block there. The block slowing down Duke's swing. You got to capitalize that on defense if you're Virginia Tech, and then run that one down and keep that ball alive.
It's a big 3-0 run that ends on the serve into the net. That's the magic number if you're a college team. 1-1 errors to AC. That's where Duke's at right now, 5-5.
Yeah, You're being aggressive. I mean, you're going to miss a few and you're aggressive. Obviously, you don't. If you're going to miss, you want to miss long and not in the net. At least give the other team a chance to make a play on it. But
that is in. Nice serve from Sierra Cates out of Temecula, California. One of the hottest places on the earth, by the way. Don't be fooled. Temecula is a straight desert. It's a lovely place, but it is hot.
Take your word for it.
Even this time of the year. Bryant down to a knee to save it. Fleming terminates. These Duke middles are getting after it. Robinson and Fleming as we take the media timeout. Duke is rolling here on a Sunday fun day. Putting this kill away to timeout.
We'll credit it to everyone that has been a part of this program and deflect any attention to herself, but just an incredible accomplishment.
A career spanning between Cornell, Georgetown, and Duke now in the last 2 decades. You both played for Jolene and coached for. What makes Jolene such a special woman?
I mean, she really cares about the players as people as well as volleyball, and she, it's just more than the game to her, and she wants to breed a good culture. She wants to make sure that you have an incredible experience as well as perform at a high level academically and athletically.
Her Duke club is rolling today, up 2 sets. Nice dig there by Rodriguez on the Fleming swing. And the block with a presence. Richardson and Robinson putting on a show.
Yeah, Jess Robinson and Rachel Richardson, again, coming alive on this block. Rachel doing a great job of setting up, allowing Jess Robinson to close, turning their
Jess said,
hands
that's my
back in.
solo block. She's 3rd in the league in blocks behind Monks of Pittsburgh. The Pitt Panthers right now lead the country in blocking. That's a tough challenge. Johnson with a beautiful bump set. And Keefe shoots it long. Point Vautech. These next 3 to 5 points could really tell the whole match here for Virginia Tech. Down 4, you've been dominated in 2 sets. This is a pivotal point.
Yeah, I mean, you got to keep fighting, right? And take advantage of when Duke gives you off-speed shots or easy balls, you have to capitalize on those moments because Duke will give it to you if you force them to.
Worthington goes middle, and a nice shot right down the middle for Jess Robinson.
And she's just so potent anywhere she hits across the net, behind the setter and in front of the setter. Watch her how she gets up with the setter so early, just cranks right over the block.
So Worthington is subbed out. New setter comes in. Millie Muir. Millie Muir. Not French. Good hands at the net. And a block for Virginia Tech. Muir tried to save it.
Yeah, great hustle play there, trying to keep the ball alive. Sometimes when you get into the game, your adrenaline's rushing a little bit. A few plays and let yourself calm down.
Muir played 2 big sets against Georgia Tech. That was a 4-set battle early in the conference. Hannah Borer feeds Robinson. Good save by Keefe. Gracie had to get out of the way of her own player. Now bangs into Muir again. And this ball's still alive. Instead, 4 touches. And I think Jolene Nagel might have some words for her team after that play.
Yeah, and I think it's, anytime you got to, especially a setter, and Millie's doing a great job. It's just coming in, you're getting into the rhythm of the game, and, your players around you are also getting into your rhythm of where you're moving to.
Get into the rhythm of the beat, so feed the middle instead of hop the hippie. Oh, good block, and that stays in for Richardson. The beat of her own drum with the roof.
Look at Rachel Richardson lining herself up. Nice turn of the hand and just fired up on that solo block.
That's 16 blocks for Duke today. Led by Robinson in the middle, who rises again in the roof. It's a block party in Durham.
Jess Robinson with 6 blocks tonight. She's doing it offensively and now defensively.
Welcome to the Robinson block party. And right when Virginia Tech was making a run, back-to-back blocks have created some separation.
Yeah, and Duke's been doing that all night. Virginia Tech gets a run, Duke finds a way to slow it down and bring the momentum back to their side of the net.
I still don't know how this first one landed in if you're Rachel Richardson.
Yeah, because the momentum she's carrying it to the outside, and then Jess Robinson she's so fast laterally. I mean, she's holding, and then she can close those best volleyball at the right time to have what's I think is going to be a pretty exciting match.
It goes to show when Duke is rolling, and as we've seen it the last 2 weeks, it's a tough team to stop. The RPI right now is in the mid-50s, so if you're Duke, you're sitting on the edge of the NCAAs. Need some help the next 2 weeks. Francis blasts one into Richardson. Mir had to call that the last second. Subbing in the front row is the setter. Mir with a bump. Let's see if Vatek can take advantage. Back row Keefe. Borer with a creative set. And it lands in. Whoa, Haley Pierce found the mismatch in the deep corner.
Yeah. Great swing by Haley Pierce. You can tell she's focused, and she has not given up this fight yet in this set. Really smart shot in that deep corner. Neither defender knew who was going to get it and to let it drop.
Duke back up 4. Robinson on the slide. Oh, nice save, Rodriguez, and this ball must go over. There's Millie Mir coming in, looking for the assist. She finds it on the slide. And that'll bring her Duke bench to a bonanza.
And they're so excited for Millie Muir with that set coming in, and then Jess Robinson hammering it home down the line. And her vision, she was hitting sharp earlier in the season on those slides. Now she's pinging line. Her range of shots is so impressive as well.
Hold on a second here. Do we have a team out of rotation, possibly? Okay, they'll redo the point. Looks like an inadvertent whistle. So play continues. Good news, everything's okay.
Yeah. Just a misfire.
Duke searching for its 5th straight win and continuing a dominant stretch. Have lost just once against the Hokies, and that was back in 2020. Millie Mir remains in at setter, feeds Keefe. And that lands in. Carrie Keefe with 13 kills in a 3-set match.
I mean, outstanding is the only word I can think of right now to describe her. 13 kills.
And she almost has the double-double with the 8 digs.
I was going to say, and then defensively, she's getting it done too. And
she will be in the back row for another rotation, so it is possible as this serve goes out.
And she's got the window.
Not that you pad the stats, but you say, hey, slide over. I'm going to scoop this ball back and play.
You want to be aggressive, so, you're making an aggressive move.
Keefe has 4 double-doubles this month alone. It's been a busy one for the Blue Devil right side. Johnson, last one to the back. And now Francis off some hands. That was the first touch for Riley Cadle, who was subbed in the middle. Nice defense, back-to-back from Duran. And another play, Carney keeps it up. Cadle on the slide. That goes over, and Johnson puts it away.
Wow. Great job. Great scramble by both teams here.
We talked about Christmas earlier with Vatek. This is a perfect gift for Gracie Johnson.
Yeah, those overpasses. I mean, we got to take care of business, and she did on that overpass.
The lucky Christmas gnomes have not been as fortunate for Vatek today. Mir has to hustle to the net. Good save, Bryant. Virginia Tech needs a point here. Francis swings it. Keefe, off hands. Look at Carrie Keefe, 14 kills, 9 digs. Incredible.
Incredible. And that is in a lot of offensive to defensive transition. So you're gassed in terms of your just oxygen level, and you're still getting those big swings. That's really impressive.
She needs to find her homeostasis. Oh, the ball scooped up by Keefe. Play continues. terminated. That's how you silence a crowd in Durham. Carol Lewis with the kill.
Yeah, and Carol Lewis, when she connects, and she put that ball down until everyone's still catching their breath here.
Every player on the court but Carol Lewis celebrated on that reaction as the ball was dug out by Keith. That was fun. Late in the third set. Cadle on the slide is picked up. Blocked by Duke. Of course, it's Carrie Keith. Timeout, or pardon me, substitution for the Hokies here on match point. A chance to cement their coach in a legacy match. Gracie Johnson serves for the match. Bohr tees it up. The Blue Devils for a 5-match win streak is blocked. Carol Lewis is having none of the storylines in set 3.
Absolutely. She shut that one down. I think the ball landed before Carrie Keith's feet did, but look at her reach over the net. That's what we call a roof.
Carol Lewis, Bowie, Maryland product. She is an explosive leaper. Now needs some help for her Hokies in this rotation. Match point Duke. Mayer tight. That is put away. Robinson wins it at the net.
And the defensive side of Virginia Tech is getting it done right now, blocking with overpass awareness.
This would be an epic run from Sierra Cates. 2 straight match points avoided. Let's see if the third time's the charm for Duke. Cadle kept up. Pierce continues set 3. Nice run here from the Hokies.
Yeah, great job by Haley Pierce seeing the open court. Rachel Richardson blocked, not quite getting on her right shoulder, and so leaves a wide seam there between Riley Cadle and Rachel Richardson for Haley Pierce to take advantage of.
Set point 4 for Duke. That is put away. And head coach Jolene Nagel, her Blue Devils continue this run. And for Coach Jolene, 700 career victories, one of 9